Rich kids who went on Jeffrey Epstein Island. As we get to know more shocking details about the Epstein case, it's clear that his private island, Little St. James, was a key spot for him to do awful things without getting caught. People from all over the world, including celebrities and billionaires' families, would fly in on private jets and then take helicopters to the island. Epstein liked to call it Little St. Jeff, but locals called it Pedophile Island. In this video, I'm going to talk about rich kids who went there and what happened to them during their visits. Number 5. Leslie Wexner. In 1982, Harold Levin's life took a turn when he got a job from Leslie H. Wexner, the CEO of The Limited. Wexner trusted Levin with his money, so Levin moved to a rich Columbus neighborhood. Levin got skeptical when Wexner introduced him to Jeffrey Epstein, a mysterious guy with unclear intentions. Despite Levin's concerns, Wexner gave Epstein a lot of power, which made Levin quit and struggle personally as Epstein teased him with his control over Wexner's affairs. It's about Epstein's rise, tied with Wexner's success, showing Epstein's sneaky ways and connections to influential people. Epstein's alleged involvement in sex trafficking and abuse linked to Wexner shows a darker side to their relationship. Even after Epstein's suspicious death and investigations, questions linger about his wealth source and how much he influenced Wexner. Through interviews and stories, it depicts Epstein's complex network of relationships, including his bond with Wexner, and how his actions affected those around him, revealing a tale full of mystery and intrigue. In September 1997, at his 60th birthday party, Leslie Wexner was warned by a guest about Jeffrey Epstein, but he ignored it. Epstein's power grew within Wexner's company. Despite worries from executives about his conduct, Epstein used Wexner's name to control things, even affecting stock prices. Despite warnings, Wexner kept praising Epstein publicly. Epstein's downfall led to scrutiny of Wexner's ties with him, causing Wexner to step down amid legal battles and investigations. The true extent of Epstein's impact on Wexner's life and reputation is still unknown. Number 4. Reid Hoffman. The 4 Reid Hoffman. Hoffman showed a keen interest in tech and starting businesses. When he went to Stanford University, and later to Wolfson College, Oxford, he joined Apple in 1994, and then started SocialNet.com in 1997. After that, he played big roles in PayPal and LinkedIn. Microsoft bought LinkedIn in 2016. Hoffman also helped create OpenAI and Inflection AI. Besides work, he's into giving back through charities. But there's been some talk about his connection to Jeffrey Epstein, which has caused controversy for visiting Jeffrey Epstein's private Caribbean island, known as Pedophile Island, as we told before. Epstein was a convicted sex offender, but Hoffman still went there to ask for money to help MIT, a famous university. He went with Joey Ito, who was in charge of a part of MIT. Even though Epstein had been convicted of hurting children, Hoffman and others still asked him for help with money. Other known people, like Woody Allen and Lawrence Summers, also had connections to Epstein. Woody Allen and his wife often went to dinners at Epstein's house. Summers asked Epstein for money for his wife's project. Hoffman said sorry for being with Epstein, admitting he made a mistake. He even planned to stay at Epstein's house in New York and go to a breakfast party with him and Bill Gates. But he says he hasn't seen Epstein since 2015. Epstein molested underage girls at his house in Florida, and many people got accused of the crime for being friends with him. Joey Ito had to leave his job at MIT because of it. MIT gave money to help people who were soliciting by Epstein. Epstein's houses and money became problems for everyone after he got caught. His house in New York was sold, and the money went to sexual abuser survivors. Someone else bought Epstein's island for much less money than he wanted. Even though Epstein is gone, the problems he caused are still around. Number 3. Bill Clinton. To understand the complicated connection between former US President Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein, we need to go back to the early 2000s when Epstein was very powerful. During that time, Epstein had a private plane called the Lolita Express, which showed off his luxurious lifestyle. He used this plane to get to his private island, where he allegedly engaged in illicit activities with young girls. Different stories tell us how Clinton and Epstein became friends, but we know they got close after Clinton flew on Epstein's plane for the first time in 2002. Just after Clinton stopped being president, they went on a trip to Africa together to talk about important issues and help people, but there's more to these trips than just that. Some people say Clinton's friendship with Epstein wasn't just about helping others. There are rumors that Clinton might have been involved in bad things similar to what Epstein did. These rumors got stronger when court documents about Epstein were made public recently. Although these documents don't say Clinton did anything wrong, they do mention Epstein saying Clinton liked being around young girls. Several other court documents also revealed the names like Prince Andrew and former President Bill Clinton. U.S. District Judge Loretta Preska decided in December to release these files, involving around 175 individuals linked to Epstein's case. Lawyers for each person mentioned had the chance to review the files and argue against their release. Clinton's lawyers didn't object to the documents being made public. Clinton denies having contact with Epstein after the sex crime allegations emerged and denies ever visiting Epstein's private island, Little St. James. He asserts that he hasn't spoken to Epstein in over a decade and claims ignorance about Epstein's crimes. Epstein pleaded guilty in 2008 to procuring a child for prostitution and served 13 months in prison. He faced more charges before dying in jail in 2019. Epstein was accused of trafficking minors for sex and using his island to blackmail powerful people. While his associate Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted in 2021, no one else has been charged. Clinton admits to taking 4 trips on Epstein's plane in the early 2000s, but insists they were for charity work. In legal proceedings, Virginia Giuffre, who accused Prince Andrew of misconduct, claimed to have met Clinton on Little St. James, but both Clinton and Maxwell deny this, and it's not supported by flight logs. Number 2. Prince Andrew. To understand the accusations about Prince Andrew and his connection to Jeffrey Epstein, let's look at their timeline. It started in the early 1990s when Prince Andrew first met Epstein through their mutual friend Ghislaine Maxwell. As their friendship grew, Prince Andrew became involved in Epstein's luxurious lifestyle. Despite allegations against Epstein in 2005 and his guilty plea in 2008 for soliciting prostitution from a minor, Prince Andrew continued their association. In 2010, Prince Andrew was seen with Epstein in Central Park, causing controversy. The involvement of Prince Andrew's with Epstein came to light in 2015 when Virginia Giuffre accused him of sexual relations while she was underage. She also claimed to have participated in group activities with Prince Andrew and Epstein. Prince Andrew denied these allegations, but faced criticism after a televised interview in 2019. Prince Andrew settled a lawsuit with Giuffre without admitting guilt. However, the controversy persists, affecting his royal duties and public perception. The full truth may never be known, but the scandal has changed how the public views the British royal family. Investigations into Epstein's crimes continue, and people are eager to see justice served. Number 1. Jean-Luc Brunel. In the late 1970s, Jean-Luc Brunel started working as a talent scout for Karen Models, an agency in Paris. With his sharp eye for spotting potential in young models, Brunel quickly moved up the ladder and became the head of Karen Models by 1978, becoming a big name in fashion. However, rumors started swirling about Brunel mistreating young models, and in 1988, a TV investigation revealed shocking allegations of sexual assault by several American models against him. Despite this, Brunel's career continued to thrive. In 1988, he and his brother Arnaud founded Next Management Corporation, a global modeling agency. But their partnership didn't last long, leading to a legal fight. In the early 2000s, Brunel got involved with Jeffrey Epstein, a rich financier interested in the fashion world. Epstein backed Brunel financially, helping him launch a new modeling agency called MC2 Model Management. Jean-Luc Brunel's career soared alongside mounting allegations against him. Virginia Roberts Jeffrey, an accuser of Epstein, claimed in 2014 that Brunel was involved in trafficking girls for Epstein. She alleged Epstein bragged about being involved with over 1,000 girls linked to Brunel. Brunel denied any accusations. However, flight logs revealed Brunel flew with Epstein multiple times. His frequent visits to Epstein's jail in 2008 raised further suspicions. In 2015, Brunel sued Epstein, claiming he lost money in modeling due to Epstein's actions. He said Epstein told him to avoid giving testimony, but the lawsuit was thrown out. This raised questions about Brunel's involvement. As Epstein's troubles mounted, Brunel's reputation suffered. He was mentioned in court papers from a lawsuit involving Jeffrey and Ghislaine Maxwell in 2019. Brunel disappeared from public view after July 2019. After Epstein's death, he went into hiding, sparking a French investigation. In December 2020, he was stopped at an airport trying to go to Syria and was held for questioning on charges of rape and human trafficking. Tragically, Jean-Luc Brunel's life ended suddenly on February 19, 2022. He was found dead in his prison cell, having taken his own life by hanging. That's all for today. What do you think about these cases and allegations? Do let us know in the comments section and stay tuned with us for upcoming updates.